Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a lot of things going on. As you guys can see back there, both DB1s are here at my house. And Daniel, Pick, everybody else went to the store, and we'll talk a little bit when they get back. But right now, helping my cousin with his AC stuff. Today, we got several things going on, and this video may be a span of a couple of days because today's gonna be more of a chillax type of day because it's Tiger's birthday. So if you guys saw the last video, we was able to pull out all of the AC system from the DA so we can install it in my cousin's car. This car right here is my cousin's DB1, the one I had told you guys I had a B20 VTEC in here prior, which is now in that car. And the one you guys saw before was this one. This is Ricky's car. This one, we ended up swapping in the motor we got from Victor, Bone Diggity Stock LS. And we're going the full 9 by putting all the AC stuff back in. So he already has everything hooked up, already filled the line with Freon, got the belt, got the compressor, everything's all hooked up. Now this thing has a wire tuck, and we were trying to figure out where all of the plugs for the AC stuff was at, and we found it right here. Thank goodness Daniel didn't cut this. We got it plugged up and just trying to route everything into their home location. I think the only one I need to extend is this guy right here, and then I got to cut this guy which runs all the way to the front for the fan, and then we can discard this whole wiring mess. Once I get that extended right here, I'm gonna lume it up with this guy right here with some lume, and then we're gonna feed this back through the engine bay so we could run the harness for the AC compressor.
Okay, bigger wagon.
Got this one extended, got it all loomed up so we can tuck it nicely away, and then just plugs up to these guys right here. He's almost done on that side, and hopefully, hey, hopefully your AC button and everything all works, and this thing's gonna be blowing today, boy.
I hope so.
You hope so? We all hope so. I had 2 sets of GSR blades. I told myself I wanted to keep at least one. Sold one, and I'm desperately needing to sell this. So your boy can buy some pistons for the CRX so we can make more power. So we had a little dilemma with the lights and everything not working, and after taking everything apart and testing stuff, the fuse was actually blown the whole time. But we finally got this to work. Some still doesn't work at all, but this one is the main concern. It's finally blowing through here and here, but for a while we couldn't get the AC light to come on here, and he literally just tapped it a few times. It turned on, but I don't think the compressor's turning on right now, so it's not really cold yet, but it's definitely progress because this wasn't working before, and now it is. Guys, y'all wonder why we always go and look for these CRV tables, right? Hey Tiger, happy birthday, bro. That fool's a monster. Look at this guy. That fool's a monster.
Shit, don't go no more. I'm done. No more nails.
I'm over here fucking hell already. Come on. Right, cheater! Yeah,
so these haters wanna down me. Niggas know I'm king. They don't wanna crown me.
I have you.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm still counting my blessings with no chance, with no rain.
Yo, fool. Wait, is this on?
Oh shit.
No.
Focus.
And go. West Coast.
Motherfucking
Dude, you a fool.
Why did they do though? I would understand that.
Clue?
3.
2 more.
2?
Yes.
Oh, y'all getting crazy too?
Hey, the first person to yak, watch.
Oh, dude, I'm not ready for it. Kevin!
Oh, damn! God damn!
What all y'all lose? Damn, oh shit, oh.
Nah, I'm supposed to deep throat that shit, fool. Hey,
Spitters are cool.
Hey, half of this shit came out of the side of your mouth, fool.
My mouth? Not too big. It's not big enough.
And she will call me like Ricky, can you help? Like get our
Which one? The one I worked over at
CJ? No, not my brother, my cousin. Derek. Oh, Derek. Oh, I know Derek. Barber. Where's Derek who? Skinny me? Yeah.
Damn, guys, last night got pretty wild. We closed up at about 2 o'clock. Happy birthday, Tiger, once again, bro. Definitely great chilling yesterday with the fam and the friends, the homies. Joe, thank you for coming by, for being our chef. And Son coming over super late with Natalie, finishing up the rest of the oysters because there was a bunch of them left over. But we are cleaned up, and today, guys, I want to get back on track with working on I don't think I'm going to be working on the car today, but I think I'm going to be working on the all-wheel drive transmission because I got rid of the blades yesterday. The K24A4 is gone, and I'm probably going to sell one of the transmission. I'm probably going to sell this one since the transfer case has already been taken out, and it needs a cleaning anyway, so probably going to take this one apart, reinforce the shift forks. I do have an LS 5th gear stack, and I might toss it in there as well so we can get that sold, so that way we can further make progress on the GSR block. And if I don't get to the coupe today because I didn't go buy etched primer yesterday, I'm probably going to slap my twin disc on the K24A2 and do a compression test to kind of see the health of this engine. And I don't know what else is going to ensue the rest of the day, but this and the transmission is my goal. For us Californians, today is hot. It is about 92 degrees right now, so I'm still trying to understand how I have a beanie on and long pants, but that's normal to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this car down, set up my table, get that transmission up top, and let's start tearing it apart. All right, guys, so I got my table set up right here, got the transmission up top, got the transfer case removed from the tranny itself. And the transfer case is simple. It's got 4 bolts and a dowel pin, so remove the 4 bolts and then the transfer case just comes right out. It's over there. Got a box for all your bolts and everything, and it keeps it much more organized instead of just laid out everywhere. This bolt right here came from this hole, I believe, right here. When you're removing the transmission from the B20, like from a junkyard, or if you're buying it from somebody or whatever, all the bolts from a B series front wheel drive tranny to the motor is the same. So you got the 17s, top, the side, right here, the bottom of the front block. And then there's this 14 millimeter that is under the shifter cable bracket, which goes right there. So I'm going to include this for when I sell the transmission, because I guess if Honda put it here, it's supposed to be there for a reason, right? So put that in the box. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bracket because it's just gonna make it so much easier to you know, work around it. Now, before I get started, the one difference between the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive B-Series tranny is that there is a 12 mil bolt right here on the inside that you got to remove, because it took me a while to figure this out, why the 2 cases wouldn't separate. So I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this right now. I'm gonna take off the shift selector first, which are 5 of these 12 mil bolts right here. They are different in length, so remember where they go, or just kind of keep it all together. There's also a 12 mil on the side that has a detent spring and ball. I already lost the ball in the junkyard, so I don't have one in there, right? Takes a little wiggle, and there's a dowel pin on it, and then it should just come right out. This shift rod looking thing right here, it's held on by another like pin that's holding it in place. So you got to remove this with an Allen key socket or tool or whatever you have to fit that. I don't know the size of it, but take it out. So there's 2 of these I forgot to mention. You got to remove this bracket right here and the other ones on the top. Once you remove this bracket, this bolt thing should be able to back out, and this will release the shift rod thing right here inside the transmission. Now, to separate the bell housing from the inner and outer, you got to take off several bolts here. This guy's a 14 millimeter for the reverse idler, and then you got to remove the shift selector detents with the springs, and these are 12s, I believe. You also got to take off all of the 12 millimeter surrounding the case. They're a little tricky because I think some are long, some are short. This guy's super long, but remove all of that. And then you got to remove this bolt right here with a 1/2 inch ratchet or a gun. And then on the inside, there's a snap ring. So I'm going to take everything apart right now. Then I'll show you the snap ring part of it and how to separate this piece from the bottom. So on the inside right here, you can see there's a snap ring, right? And what you do is you got to separate it with a snap ring tool, or in my case, a needle nose, right? That bearing should drop a little bit to kind of get off the snap ring, right? And then you can do it two ways. You can pry or tap with the hammer ever so slightly while holding the snap ring open, so that way it'll separate. Or once you get the snap ring to be on top of the bearing, because the bearing should have dropped, then you could you can tap or again pry with a pry bar and separate the two cases, and it should come apart. Man, I'm looking at these gear stack and it is super clean, guys. Really, really nice synchros. No shavings in here whatsoever, and yeah, this is a really perfect transmission. So guys, I'm not going to show you the full process on the LS 5th gear and the reinforce of the shift fork. I'm going to give you guys updates in between. I have videos of me doing it already. I'll try to remember to put the link right here for you guys to check out the reinforcement of the 1-2 shift fork and the LS 5th gear install on your CRV transmission if you guys wanted to do it. So guys, I was debating on putting on the LS 5th gear stack, and I wanted to keep it for my spare transmission, but you know, if I could increase value on the transmission with the 5th gear on it and obviously the reinforced shift fork, right, I figured I'd just throw it on. So if I need another LS gear stack, I can always go back to the junkyard, pull one apart, and just get it there. But I got the reinforcement on the shift fork on both ends right here. It shifts first and second exactly how it should, so not a lot of warping. I did bend it back a tad bit, but it seems to be working perfectly fine. Now before I seal this transmission, obviously I'm gonna put it on first, shift every single gear, everything works out fine, then we'll pull it back apart and then we'll seal the transmission. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cleaning the transmission one piece at a time instead of trying to maneuver a whole transmission after it's sealed. I'm just cleaning it pieces at a time. The differential transfer case has already been cleaned. I'm going to do that guy right now. I'm going to do this in a second. I'm debating if I want to pull the whole gear stack out of the bell housing so I could maneuver it easier. Damn guys, so when you're doing the LS 5th gear in your car, now most B-Series all-wheel drive tranny people mill the H22 gear stack or 5th gear and use that in the B all-wheel drive. I'm using the LS. You have to modify the shift fork, and modifying the OEM parts in this tranny, when you put it all back together, it becomes a little tricky. So I've been fighting to close the case for a while, and you have to shave down the fork until it has enough play that the fork actually goes into the slot right here on the outer case. So I had to do that for a while. My tool right there on the floor to get the case to close, and once I got the case to close, the reverse gear is kind of tricky because obviously the fork has been modified, and you know, it's not the original position. So reverse is kind of tricky. Now I had this issue with my CRX, and going into reverse was kind of hard. I just threw it in the car anyways, and in the car it was hard to go into reverse, but after driving it about 1,000 miles, I guess it kind of clearance itself, and then reverse now goes in normally. So just a minute ago I had Alex shift the shifter box to make sure all the gears went in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes in, and then reverse I have to spin the shaft, and reverse then goes in. But we know it goes into all of the gears right now. It's not sealed because I wanted to ensure that this was going to work before I did. So now it works, and obviously I'm not going to be the one to break it in, but whoever buys this transmission with the LS 5th gear, you're going to have to understand that the reverse is going to be a little sticky, and then when you put a ton of miles on it, it should clearance itself and then reverse your work as normal. So Alex, let's show the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reverse again real quick, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the K24A2 tonight. It's about 9 o'clock, and I don't want to be cranking the motor while my nephew's sleeping for summer school, my brother's sleeping for work. So we're gonna shift it for you guys real quick to show you that everything works. First, right? Second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse is tricky, so I'm gonna have to keep moving this until reverse goes into gear.
You throw it back in neutral. All right.
Neutral. So I'm gonna keep turning this. So you're gonna keep playing with it until reverse. That's reverse right there. So again, it's a little tricky when you're doing it out here on a table opposed to when it's in the car, because when it's in the car it's going to be moving, so I don't have to sit there and struggle with trying to turn it to get it in reverse for you guys or for whoever's buying the transmission. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to pack everything back into the garage. We're actually going to head to a meet right now hosted by Most Films, and he's hosting a random pop-up, and we're going to go and hang out the rest of the night. And we may or may not continue tomorrow, but we gotta go.
For those that want to stick around, we're going to go to one spot.
We're back, guys. We are back, and we got some late night munchies from Jack in the Box because your boy hasn't eaten since 10 in the morning. So guys, I'm probably not going to continue this video tomorrow. I'm probably going to kill it right here, and tomorrow I'm probably going to start again on the bodywork on the EJ2. I want to try to get that buttoned up because we're almost there. I want to get it at least all the way sand down, both doors repaired, prime the fenders, and scuff the rest of the car. Today was Sunday, and I know I was talking about going fishing with Joe. The reason why we didn't go fishing is because yesterday was Tiger's birthday, so we kind of, you know, we barbecued all day, and I didn't go get my fishing license, and Joe was leaving super early in the morning to go fishing, so I decided that I wasn't going to go. Instead, I was going to stay home and work on the transmission. The sooner I can get that done, the sooner I can sell it, the sooner we can put more funds towards the GSR block, so we can get that prep to put into the CRX, so we can start making more power, hopefully soon. Right now, it's not a priority to get to the K24A2, but just for me, I wanted to know the health of it. That's why I've been talking about trying to do the compression test and all of that. I just realized that if I put the twin disc on the long block, I don't even have flywheel bolts, so I don't even know how I'm going to do that. May or may not do it tomorrow as well, but I'm just gonna throw it in there just in case we do. So yeah, we're about done here for the night, guys. It's about 12 o'clock, I believe, and you know, Alex gotta, hey, you don't gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna swap this car. How about we just put the motor together before even swapping the car, just to make sure you got everything.
I have everything.
I mean, like put together, like ready to go.
It's coming off from the hatch, remember?
Okay, scratch that idea, guys. We gotta brainstorm a little bit more before we talk about the swap that's gonna be going into his wagon right here. And Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, or at least part of it. The sideshow was not our plan, but we were already all the way out there, and we decided to just go check it out anyways. We stayed our distance, and no cops. That's awesome. We're safe. That's most importantly. So give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want to stick around for more content to come, especially the all-wheel drive in this car, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.